Hey, what's up out there, everybody? What's up in YouTube land and Facebook land? Hope everybody can see me and hear me okay. I guess let me know if for some reason somebody can't hear me, but I think we're all set up and you should be able to hear me okay. So I'm going to just look on my phone here to see if there's anybody commenting that they can't hear me or anything. And also anybody from what's up, Ross? What's up, Tone Shack? Also anybody, don't text my phone because I'm using my phone for yet another camera angle using the miracles of modern technology. So I've got a couple of different screens to share with you guys today to help sort of cover what I'm talking about. Alec Bourne says it sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, Ross. Thanks, Constantine. Okay, cool. So now that I know everybody can hear me okay, let's talk about today's subjects. I'm going to try to cover 2 or 3 new features. And I say new features as of update 3.0. So that's what I mean by new. The great thing about Helix is there's always something new coming through. So today I'm going to talk about the shuffle looper first, and that's probably the most involved thing that we're going to cover. So I'm going to hop over to this screen first, and I'll show you just we're looking at the Helix menu here. If I wanted to put in the shuffle looper this way, I can just go, well, I've already got it here, so I'll just show you. Click, or if you want to click on an empty box, you go here and then just hop down. Of course, I can't really do it right now because I've already got it set up here. So you would just go to your looper and then shuffle looper and click that bad boy, and there you would have it. Now let me show you guys just on the Helix. Boom, with this amazing shot that I have here. You guys can see what I'm talking about. So here's your menu, and this is just a preset that I already have set up. But if I want to add that, I'll try to talk where you can hear me because I have to reach down to my Helix. It's below my desk right now. You just scroll over with the toggle or the joystick like you normally do, and scroll down to looper. All you guys that have Helix or have been using Helix, I understand you know this, but in case there's anybody new to Helix, I want to make sure I cover all the little bases. So there you have the shuffle looper right there. So you just select that and you're good to go. And that's how you select anything on Helix. So that's it in a nutshell. That's using it. So I'm going to hop back over here to this screen. Now, well, actually, let me go down here. So if I want to engage this, actually, you can't see my looper. Let me see if I can kind of turn this a little bit. See right there. There's my shuffle looper. So I would basically just, start on that guy as soon as I want to start looping or recording. So let's see what kind of tone I have going here. I'm going to get rid of this delay. That could be kind of weird. Although it sounds great for normal. I do like that delay, but I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of this. Maybe just a little verb, or a lot of verb, maybe. So looper is pretty much ready to go. So when I want to start recording, let's see. Let me come up with some idea here. I'm going to, like my socks, I'm going to start tapping right away. So I have that loop going. Actually, let me try that again in case y'all didn't hear that from the other screen. Let me make sure. I want to make sure that's a clean Helix. Yeah, dude. Well, I could talk about that. This is for me. I had another Helix floor just like this before I got this one, and it had like 8 million miles on it because it had been chunked in overhead compartments on planes and suitcases, and TSA taking great pains to not take great pains to take care of it. And it just had so many miles on it, and it actually didn't look that bad. It had some scratches, but this one was a replacement just because I finally wore the other one out, and I think I needed to replace a piece of just like a knob was kind of worn out, and it was easier just to replace it than to just send it off to get it fixed. So they sent me another one, and this one has got very few miles on it, but I also gave it a little dust off before I started. So, you know, I don't want you guys judging me too hard. But yeah, just so you can hear me in this, on this window, let me delete that, and I'm going to start another one. But like I showed you before, I'm just hitting that loop pedal. So here, we'll just make another little loop. That is super far out. I love it. So just so you guys kind of know, you've got your different options here. When this thing is, you've got your slice, which the default on this is 8. For some reason, I got it up to 3, but I'm going to set that back to 8. So it's going to automatically be on 8 slices when you first go into it. That's the slide. Then you have the sequence length, and this is kind of hard to explain in words. It's easier just to understand it after you do it, but that changes the number of steps in the sequence before it loops. So when it's set to 1, a single slice repeats, and then the more numbers you put in there, the more different slices or lengths of the sequence that you get. The shuffle, let's see, right here, this third one on the line there, that's going to determine the likelihood of slices shuffling, reordering. Below that, you'll see octaves. That determines the likelihood of slices playing back an octave higher or lower. And the reason I'm not playing it while I'm talking about it is just because it's too chaotic to listen to me try to talk over that crazy loop. But then you have, let's see, repeat determines the likelihood of slices. Repeating, the smoothing, it kind of literally what it says. It kind of smooths off higher values between slices and can give a synthy vibe, It's pretty subtle though, and I just usually leave that set like it is, and then obviously playback sets the level of the loop sequence. And you've got low cut and high cut. I think you probably know what that means. But what you can do is you can kind of play with these controls while a loop is going, and just have all kinds of fun with it. So I'll just hit the loop and let it start sequencing. And has anyone tried shuffling looper with vocals? I have not, but that's pretty cool. I'd probably do that if I wasn't too lazy, but guitar is hard enough. So, although, you have the XLR on the Helix floor, so you could totally do that. And then, yeah, it would probably be awesome. So yeah, somebody try that and let me know, or maybe I'll do it and make a YouTube video or something if I stop being lazy. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that loop again and just let it repeat. And I'm gonna play around with some controls, so you can kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. Okay. So that was just, I just blew my own mind there. I'm sorry. And it's not me, it's the Helix. So I don't mean I blew my own mind, because the shuffle looper was what made that so cool. When I start to create a loop like that, I'll just try to play a simple melodic idea, and hope that it's somewhat, makes some sort of sense musically. And then, that shuffle looper is just mixing stuff up, and it just, yeah, like Doc Brown said, it prog meets EDM. Yeah, pretty much. That was, I don't know. I was digging that though. I don't know about you guys. Sorry if my being impressed with my own loop was nauseating, but that was pretty cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and loop it some more. I'm going to, start it back, just tap the toe switch. Then I'm going to randomly just hit the looper one time with my toe each time. And that will continue to change it up. If you want to stop a loop, you give it like a double tap quickly. And then, of course, to erase a loop, either with it playing or not playing, just press and hold, tap and hold the foot switch down for like 2 seconds, and then it erases. But I'm going to go ahead and play that again, and I'm just going to tap the foot switch, one tap at random spots, and it will continue to change up the sequences and the shuffling. So here we go. Just feast your ears on this. So if I wanted to even play that, I was thinking, I heard that little. I didn't play all that, I wasn't jumping from down here to up here. I just was playing something. It was mixing up the octaves so much. Yeah, Doc, I love this. Ultimate challenge. Transcribe that and play it on your 7-string. I say that's a good challenge for somebody else. How about you, Doc? Wait a minute, Doc. Do you have a 7-string? Okay. So yeah, let's just do one more. I'm gonna loop, and let's see. I'm gonna give you a different idea of something. I'm gonna kind of get rid of that, and I'll just play something kind of different. Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. I'm improvising. That's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So what's cool? When I first made, I was doing a demo video for this, and I, to kind of showcase it, I built a simple loop like that, and then I went back through in my DAW and just made a little drum loop to go along with it. And you could do that sort of thing live if you could play in time. Which that's always a struggle, right? But as long as you can play in time, you could have your own little drum beat set up, and then loop something to go along with it. And while it's looping, you can play with the drum, the electronic drum loops that you have going. You guys that are into this sort of stuff already know all that, I guess. But to me, it's just really cool because it's just one more insane feature on Helix that just gives you more options and more things you can do. Kind of, as a one-man band. Now you can basically be a virtual DJ who's creating the same kind of effects, only you're just using your guitar and this insane pedal. So if anybody wants to hear that track I made with the drum loop, I think I have it somewhere. Maybe I'll send it to you if you let me know. They didn't use it in the video. It was just too hip. It is interesting, Randy says, that Helix can do it, but not a tool I'm not going to be using. You mean it's not a tool that you're not going to be using? I get what you're saying there. So you're going to be using it. That's awesome. I use it too. But yeah. Hey, maybe I read that wrong because you shuffle looped your comment. Anyway, it is cool. And maybe you think you won't use something like that until you have it, and then you're like, I can do a lot of cool things with this. You can take one simple idea, and it kind of gives it the Bach treatment because it makes it like a theme that is constantly being varied. And man, you can write a whole piece of music with one little riff, and just kind of create your drums to go with it. Foiled by a typo. No, I got you, man. I was just being a clown. Just kidding around, Randy. I see what you're saying. Okay, so I want to try to keep this around a half hour today. So with that in mind, I'm going to kind of move on to a couple more simple features that I think is worth knowing. And then, if we go over and you guys are checking it out and enjoying whatever we're doing, I don't mind going over. So I do want to talk about a couple more simple features. I want to talk about adding something to your favorites list and the user model defaults. So I'm going to hop back over here to my editor and show you guys how to do something like that. Well, let's see. Let's have a look at, let me go back to the good old toe tap scene. Just to show you guys how you can add something to your favorites. Let me fix this back on the actual screen here. There's a lot going on down here on this floor, but I go the extra mile so you guys can see everything because I love you. Okay, so I'm looking at my main menu here on Helix, and if I want to add something, as a favorite, it's actually extremely simple. So let's just say, this shuffle looper that we just did is I love it so much. I want to make it, something favorite that's easy for me to call up. All I have to do is go to my favorites list. Now, right now I don't have a lot in there, but I'll hit the action button here and then hop over to add to favorites. And now you'll see you've got your normal menu. And then over here, you've got this column for favorites, and you see favorites is highlighted. So all I have to do now, because I had already highlighted my looper, is say add new favorite. Boom, 6-switch looper. Well, we don't want the 6-switch looper, but we'll have to go change that to, oh, dang, didn't mean to do that. But luckily I can just do this. Now I'm back out of there. So let me try that again. So we're on this guy. And now add new favorite. There we go. There's the shuffling looper there. Sorry, there's where I screwed up a second ago. But yeah, now I've added a shuffling looper to my favorites, and that's in there. Now, whenever I want to call up something in a new preset, let's say, let me see if I can find something blank here. There's almost 2222. Who knows what was going on that day? But, so I'm here. I want to add something. I just go to favorites. And now shuffling looper is right there. It was a lot easier. It's sort of like being, like an aristocrat. You don't even have to get up to pour your own coffee. It's just makes it that much easier to go over to the things that you use often. You could probably see from that list that I had, this 1 amp added here. This is just my new favorite particular preset that I was using for something. So I put it in there, but it's that easy to call something up. As if it's something you use a lot, it's already there. So now I'm going to go back to where we were. BIM 2021. This whole preset is a favorite, honestly. I've heard some good things about it. So now, let's say we want to add a user model default to just the Helix in general. So let's say, for instance, I want to, let's go to this menu. Let's say, for instance, I want to keep this amp saved in this setting. This setting works for me the way this amp sounds right now. So all I have to do, I can go up with it highlighted. I can go up and just right click with the Helix editor or HX edit and scroll down to factory default. Well, actually it's already set to user default. So I have the option to do factory default. So let's go to this guy again, this 2222 random thing. Okay, so now with that highlighted, I'll right click, and now you'll notice at the bottom of this menu, user default is in white and factory default is blacked out. That's because it's already in the factory settings or whatever. It's still saved the way it is now. So if I want to add this particular amp as a user default, and I don't necessarily, I'm just showing you guys as an example, then I'll just click user default and boom, it's there. Now, if I want to go here to this star, now I can add it to my favorites list if I want to. And this is all, this is if you're just using like the desktop editor. I'm not gonna save that to my favorites list, but if I wanted to, all I do is hit save. But I have saved this particular amp setting as a user default, okay? Now, let me show you how to do that on the floor, just in case you're all wondering. So let's go to scene 3. And again, a lot of you guys may already know this, but this is supposed to be informative for everyone. It's all inclusive. So I'll just, I've already got that highlighted. Whoops. We don't need that. So here we go. We're here. It's already, highlighted. I'll hit action and then page over one, page to the, I guess that's paging to the right. Now you see factory default and user default. So now I just made it a factory default, but that just returned it back to how it was. And then I would do the same thing just in reverse. So I would hit action, scroll over to this page, user default. Boom. Now it is saved again, just the way I have it, so that anytime I pull that amp up, it's going to be set the way it's set right now. And I probably don't have to explain how useful that is, just because, you get an amp set the way you like it, and then sometimes you have to go look at something you previously saved just to see if you got the settings right. Ross, do you have the latest version of HX Edit? Should be, man. I don't know. Does something look weird? That should be, as far as I know, I think it is. Everything's working fine on it. So yeah, I mean, I'm just showing the stuff on the foot switch itself just to kind of help everybody get an idea. But yeah, so that's the user model defaults and adding blocks to your favorites list, as well as, I'm sorry, Joe, looks like I missed a question. I'm not seeing that on Mac. Am I using something? Am I missing something? No. Okay, you found it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure which part you weren't seeing. Sorry, I didn't see your question. I didn't see your question at first, but yeah, that's it. Oh, okay, Ross. Sorry, bro. Gotta specify, man. You know how when you text somebody and you're joking and they think you're being serious and it hurts their feelings? You do that to me a lot. But anyway, there's some great features. I think I covered everything today. So let's see. I'm looking over here to see if there's any pressing questions. Stacco Troncoso. Did I get your name right? I'm sorry if I didn't. Save loops. I dumped them to Ableton via outputs 1 and 2 and 7 over USB. I then applied native to 7. Works wonders. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Anything else? Let's see. It's what song plays when you unlock the Helix coffee making function. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. Where was I on mine? I guess I scrolled off of that preset and lost my cute little loop that I had going there. But it's always easy to get another one going. Sounds like. What did I do? Yeah, let's try that. don't know about you guys, but that is very cool. That's probably it's one of the coolest things that has ever been in Helix to me. I get inspired just sitting here listening to it. So, I hope you guys dig that. I hope that's helpful. And if you're brand new to Helix and all that stuff, then there you go. You learn something new every day. This is super cool. You really don't even have to know how to play that much, obviously, because I don't know that much stuff. But anyway, yeah, good times. Thank you guys all for joining. I hope I got to as many questions as possible, but I think we've covered everything for today. So you guys also go to the custom tone page. This preset that I have is there. I've got several presets that I think are cool. So I may cover another one another day, but this entire preset that I used today with that amp setting and the shuffle looper is all there. So check that out if you're interested. And thank you guys all for tuning in. I will see you on the flip side. Peace.